It changes. I mean, you're living together, no longer, you know, you have an idea, you have to adjust to what the other person is doing.
Is there a difference between, this is your second marriage?
Yeah.
Yes. Is there a difference between the two? Are you finding it's very different?
Of course it is.
What's the difference between
not only that she is a different person,
yeah.
Also at our age, our lifestyle is different.
Yeah.
And the feeling of belonging together is not different. But the lifestyle is.
The lifestyle that you...
I mean, she's busy, I'm busy. We have no kids anymore.
Right. But so you get to do your own thing.
Yeah, I do my thing, she does her thing, and we do many things together.
Yeah, and there must be, but the maturity that you have now must make it, do you fight way less than you did in your first marriage, or is it the same thing?
I think you're more tolerant when you're older.
Right.
You're more able to accept the other person as she is. I remember when we were young, my wife was trying to change me, I was trying to change her. Now we don't do that anymore.
Right.
We accept each other.
Yeah.
And, you know, any changes in our lives will be voluntary changes.
And so what are your plans besides, so you're going to build a house in Jeju-do?
Yes.
And do you have any other big plans besides that?
Well, I'm now concentrating on my painting.
Painting and translation.
And translating.
Yeah.
In a way it is, the last years I have been a professor with a serious hobby. I hate the word hobby, it is a serious hobby.
Right.
And now I am a painter with the serious hobby as a scholar.
The translation.
Yeah.
And it's scholarly pursuits.
Yeah.
And you had an exhibition a little while ago, too, didn't you?
I have one at the moment.
You have one at the moment?
Right.
Ooh.
And that's the 5th one this year.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And they're all invited.
They're all they approach you and ask you to exhibit at their gallery. Where's this most recent one at?
Right now, the one is in Cheonju.
Okay, when's it going till?
I'm on my way next month, no, actually this month on the 8th. I'll go to Gangneung. There is an art hotel with a huge gallery and a sculpture garden and everything. And they have studios, and they have invited me to do some painting there. It has the great advantage that I can do large pictures, which normally in the villa that I live in at the moment I couldn't do. So I'll do large, ones.
So it's an art hotel?
Yes.
You can go there and stay there and then do your art in they have a massive room like we have here or something?
Yeah, much bigger. Yeah.
Much bigger?
Yes.
And so you
can
do...
huge museum also. And it's not only for those who are in residence there. It's a hotel, a normal hotel.
To visit, yeah.
And it's a very interesting hotel because in the rooms is art. So it's very good.
Sounds very good. What's the name of this?
Hasula.
Hasula.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is the old name of Gangneung.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hasula Art Hotel.
Just like Hanyang was Seoul.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Oh, well, this is the Koguryo name, really.
Hanyang?
Hasula.
Hasula.
Is the Koguryo name of the area.
Is the Koguryo name of the area. And Hanyang was the Chosun name of the area?
That is Chosun, yeah.
Chosun, okay. Yeah. See, you know Korean history much better than I do, of course.
Well, it was part of my job.
Yes, that was your expertise. Although in Korean studies, you must have done lots of modern stuff too, right? I mean...
Actually, I concentrated on traditional Korean culture because everybody goes into modern Korean. That has to do with the trend in area studies coming from America, where the base is really social studies and political studies and stuff. Whereas the German tradition is philology, which is traditional literature and traditional society. And since nobody else seems to be interested in traditional culture,
Yeah.
I got interested in it because, you know, there's so many things we don't know about it.
Right. You wanted to to focus on that part.
Right. And I want to introduce traditional Korean culture to the world to show them that there was a Korea before Hallyu.
That's a big challenge.
Yes.
You're taking on a big challenge, yeah. The Hallyu certainly brings a lot of tourists.
Right.
And that's what they're interested in. What do you think of what Koreans themselves have done to preserve and maintain the historical? What do you think of the historical museums, Seoul Museum of History?
Well, we are now in a process of reinventing traditional culture.
How's that?
In 1966, Korea was very poor, and it was still traditional, that is, it was based on agriculture.
Right.
Now we have had one generation or almost two generations, and the people have just been working to accumulate wealth, to become rich.
Right.
They didn't have any time for their old culture.
Right.
They were just working and sleeping and working and sleeping.
Yeah.
So now we have time and we have money, and people say, wait a moment, what was before that?
Right.
And they're looking back into traditional culture, and us, for some years now, have started to what they call discover it.
Yeah.
What they're really doing is reinventing it and changing it.
Oh.
Because, you know, here we have city people looking at an agricultural society.
Right.
IT people looking, you know, with city life background, looking at an absolutely different culture, which is bound in a year or whatever. No traditional Korean would have had the idea to have fresh, fruits, which we now import from the Philippines,
right?
Right. They would live within the year cycle.
Right.
Now, modern people now take elements of the old society, and then they perform it the way they understand it.
Kind of a given, the observer
Right.
has an impact.
For instance, in the old days was something very dear to the people.